So the top three trends we see are phishing, ransomware, and exploit kits. So let me talk about the most sensational one, which is ransomware. Ransomware is when a hacker can take over your data and encrypt it and then ask you for ransom. And the only way you can get your data back is if you pay the ransom. That's too late. So to prevent that from happening, we have a solution, a next generation endpoint solution called Sophos Intercept X and Central Advanced Endpoint, which allows you to stop that ransomware from even starting encrypting the files.
The dark web's becoming a really essential component for buying and selling and trading ideas and tools about how to commit these crimes. And that's one of the reasons we're seeing so many more headlines about people being victimized and the attackers seemingly having more success. They're almost building a bit of an assembly line, and the dark web is a place that, because of the anonymity that it provides, it's emboldened a lot of these criminals to go out there and be a little bit more entrepreneurial and ambitious in building tools for other crooks. And sometimes it's even used as a bit of a criminal shield. They go, well, it's not illegal to build tools to help people do ransomware or help people steal banking credentials, so I'll make the tools and I'll stay out of jail and I'll sell them to other criminals and let them use the tools and take on all the risk of going to jail. So sadly, like any kind of underground market, once they kind of figure out the market dynamics of how much money they can make and all that kind of things, it gets very efficient. And it's something we're certainly keeping our eye very closely on to help learn what we can to better protect people based on what we see happening there. I mean, the best way, to go about protecting yourself is to always be on guard. And you start with the basics and don't get too distracted by any one type of threat. As we saw earlier this year with threats like WannaCry, many businesses were unprepared for network-based threats to start attacking them again because it hadn't happened for a very long time. We had been seeing threats through email and threats through the web, and they weren't spreading on their own. And then getting caught off guard like that costs many businesses millions and millions of dollars. So we have to stay vigilant and do the basics the best we know how to do them all the time. And of course, build relationships with people we trust to help us stay on top of security, because it's such a fast-moving part of the IT threat landscape that it's very difficult for regular, everyday technical people to necessarily stay up to date. So we need to build communities where we share information to help one another learn.
When we introduce Sophos Synchronized Security, the idea basically is to help IT administrators, especially the SMB market side, to ease up their load. So that's the benefits that they can get. But aside from that, it has some sort of an additional benefits, especially in terms of security. In synchronized security, everything will happen automatically. In one study, it will only take about 8 seconds for that entire thing to happen. So thereby increasing the security of the customer and at the same time ease up the load for the IT administrator. So that's in the theory how synchronized security will help customers.